Hello everyone and welcome back to Higurashi no Nakakoroni, or Higurashi when they cry, onikakushi. And we are going to start up a new day. We finished chapter 9, so we're gonna load. Yes. Continue. Last episode we almost ate a needle. Tap, tap, tap. The sound of my footsteps in front of my door in my room almost silenced as if whoever they belonged to was asserting if I was inside. Of all the things I should have done, I continued on with my restless slumber. I was very much conscious, but my body hadn't caught up yet, and the danger buried down in front of me beyond the door. It was as if I was completely paralyzed, unable to move. Without a doubt, this was sheer terror. Just please leave. Hey, why isn't my body awake yet? If they came into my room right now, then... Ah! Eek! I turned my feet and threw the covers at my mom, who was opening the door. Whoa! Keiichi, what's the matter? Sorry, I was half asleep. I thought it was still 1 or 2 a.m. The morning the sun was already streaming through the gap between the curtains. I felt nothing like morning. I say I must have fallen asleep right like that. Then I should have gotten a full 10 hours of rest. But it didn't feel like it at all. My internal clock was completely screwed, and my sense of balance felt off. I felt feverish enough that it was clear to me that I was still not well. Okay, Keiichi, how are you feeling? Can you go to school? Go into school? I was well enough to go, but I wasn't mentally prepared for it. It still plagued me from the terror of yesterday. If I had swallowed that needle, what would have happened? What if it had pierced my tongue? Thinking out doubt of his murderous intention, didn't think that all it was. If they really wanted to kill me, then there were other more certain ways to do it. They wouldn't resort to such a dubious method as having me swallow a needle. Meaning, I didn't want to believe it, but that was as far just a threat from Rena and Meow. Aren't you glad you didn't die, but next time we'll use a more assured method. Like that. Something like sending a letter with a razor blade inside would have been a joke compared to this. Did you make it to the hospital? Did you get your medicine? Yeah, kinda. Onsubia's gaze bothered me. She seemed more concerned about her son missing 2 days of school rather than him being sick. It was definitely mental fatigue. I wasn't really physically ill. It'll be hard to get back on track. The routine is thrown on. Come on, get on up. They say wellness is a state of mind. I heard that line many times before. I was given an award at elementary school for having perfect attendance, but it wasn't like I was healthier than everyone else. Oh, sorry. Other than anyone else, come on, go wash your face. Breakfast is ready. There's much time before Rena-chan comes to get you. Monster meant I couldn't argue about it, so I had to give up on skipping school the second day. By the way, you're the one who got the paste all over the living room wall? You shouldn't do something like that. Your father was quite angry. I feel particularly guilty for doing it, so I didn't have much of a reaction. Also, Mom didn't question me any further about it. I headed back downstairs and she was getting up. What Mion said, let's say, I'd miss you at school tomorrow, came back to me and I dwelled back in my head. What did she mean by that? I didn't even really think about it. She was saying, don't be absent, but taking it a bit further was the same way as saying living my life as if nothing happened. If I showed any signs acting unusual, it would probably result in them making their move. For example, maybe I shouldn't pay attention to someone like Oyashiro-sama enticing me with something unusual, meaning if I didn't watch my mouth differently from the norm, in effect I would end up flagging myself as who was not wanted, and it seems that's some things that girls didn't intend to forgive, so I just went along as normal. No harm would come to me. Was that how it was going to be? All this misery experienced until yesterday would almost creepily fade away. It was an enticing deal. but forgetting everything I'd seen and heard these days, I'd be able to keep living on as normal. There's no such thing as a selfish act. I swallowed hard. I deliberated on the idea and I just rejected. Mion was probably a good person who had friends at heart. She was giving me, who had mistakenly broken some rule of theirs, a chance. Was this what I did? It really something so unforgiving? But Mion had given me another chance. She was saying if I could just forget everything and keep on living like I had been, I'd be forgiven. Keiichi, your food is gonna get cold. Hurry up and get down here. Rena will be here if you don't hurry. Ah, I'm coming. I crammed my textbooks into my bag hastily and made my way downstairs. I picked up with some somewhat bland breakfast. It seemed like I didn't have much time. It was already past when I usually met up with Rena. Given yesterday's event, she'd probably be here in the next 5 minutes. I needed to be ready for head to school by then. I had to forget everything that happened in these past 2 days, forget it all, and return to the normal life. For this to be normal, I'll have to be there where I normally meet up with Rena. Today of all days, the rice was dry and hard to get down. I jumped to the sound, dropping my chopsticks. The chime signaling Rena had arrived. Mom hurried me along. Come on, Rena-chan's already here. Hurry, hurry. My mother's merry smile and my gloomy face were polar opposites. Honestly, I was reluctant to see Rena, who was waiting on the other side of the door. The Rena on the other side, was it the Rena I knew? I couldn't keep her waiting. I needed to do things as usual. Morning! An invigorating greeting filtered in across the doorway. Since Keiichi-kun was a bit late. You okay, I wonder? The man of Rena was there was no doubt that the Rena I knew. The only problem was I forget everything about yesterday, pretend nothing had happened. Forget about the gruesome dismemberment, about the mysterious death that happened the following years. Forget about people falling to their death, the terminal illness and suicide, the lynching, the disappearance. Forget about it. Forget it. Forget about all of it. Forget Rena and Mion were scary. Of course, forget it all. Forget about everyone. Forget it about the mochi too. Forget. Rena once again asked to make sure. Can you make it to school? Yeah, I'm fine. Great! Then let's go. Mi-chan is waiting. Rena showed me her usually bright smile. I couldn't find any hint of deceit in her expression. My nervousness dissipated, giving way to relief. Okay, I thought she was going to turn evil on us again. But you see, Sadako-chan insisted couldn't do it. As we were walking, Rena was talking about different stuff more than usual. Then Sadako is clumsy, so she failed no matter how many times she tried. Oh, she was so cute! Oh, sorry, I hit my thing. Sorry, allergies. Everything Rena talked about was just silly nonsense, and I replied every so often and laughed. From time to time, it was a rather laid-back conversation. Let's meet up with me. We passed by one of the neighbors outside. Oh my, Keiichi-san, Rena-chan, aren't you two a bit late today? Mion said she was going on ahead. Aww, did Mi-chan look mad, I wonder? Wait, hurry up, Kei-chan. I smiled as we parted ways with our neighbor, then turned towards me and stuck up the tongue, not expecting that I couldn't crack a smile. No, Keiichi-kun smiled. Huh? What? Rena stopped and stared at me. I was thinking that you still hadn't recovered from your cold since you seemed to get down this morning. Keiichi-kun, but you seem fine. With a grin, she gently poked my cheek. It was a bright, sincere smile. Hey, Keiichi-maibara. How can you still doubt Rena after she shows you a smile like that? Maybe I just had a high fever up until the day and I just imagined everything I thought had happened because I was bedridden and delirious. I really hoped that was the case. If God would grant me just one wish, there was one thing I wished for. I want what happened these past few days, more specifically from the night of the Wakanashi until last night. I want all of it to have never happened. I wonder how many times I wished for this the past few days. As long as right now keeps smiling like this, I think it might just become reality. So I wanted Rena to keep on smiling. So Keiichi-kun. Those mochi yesterday, did you eat them all? The vain wish of mine, it was instantly shattered. Her began palpitating, then relaxed. The morning mood suddenly felt frigid. Rena's smile was the same as usual. Her eyes were gentle as usual. Mochi yesterday, did you eat them? Of course she was asking that question at face value. In other words, Rena was asking, did you get the message? She's probably trying to convey that. Kichi-kun? I was tempted to give an answer. Rena stopped walking and stared deeply into my eyes. Don't hesitate, Kichi, about it. Rena was acting the same as usual, wasn't she? I had to respond in my usual way, naturally, of course. Both my throat had gone dry and my lips stuck together. Hurry up and answer, Kichi. Not much time had passed. I still keep the conversation going naturally. I had to say something quickly. Did? Playfully mimic what I said when I finally squeaked something out. Reina's reaction was still normal. It seemed as if there was only one pause as I thought. Suddenly I squeaked out the rest. Delicious. However, my strained efforts not to slate no brightness Reina's expression. Moments I panicked and I repeated incorrectly. But after a few moments broke into her usual soft smile and giggled with a joyful voice that seemed to echo through the morning air. Being strung along by the laugh, I couldn't help but laugh as well. I see. So did you eat them all, I wonder? My timid smile froze again. Did you make it without swallowing the sewing needle? Was that what she was asking? If I'd swallowed it, then I wouldn't be here. Nah, I couldn't finish them all. There's still some left. Scared out of my wits, that's how I played it. Huh? What about the homework? To see if you can tell which one Rena made. The homework? Was it due today? Yeah, it's due today. Mei-chan will get angry. There's probably a penalty game ready for you. We both laughed at each other again. To a casual observer, it was just a typical morning. If I could just let myself believe, then I'd think everything was just usual morning routine. But I was certain I wasn't mistaken. There was something unimaginable buried beneath the facade of the giggling Rena. Lies! I recalled that unsuspecting, piercing voice that I could hardly believe came from Rena's mouth. The moment that image crossed my mind, I felt a cold sweat trickle down my back. Was it only that particular time something when evil possessed Rena? No, that was wrong. It was still Rena. Oishi-san told me, didn't he? Actually, I looked into her before. Rena moved away from Henry's house. She was suspended from school. Then she went through her school building and broke all the windows. Rena had a disorder that a normal person didn't. No matter how pleasantly she smiled, the fact would not change. Could imagine she'd known she broke all the glass throughout the school. One thing I know that it wasn't something spur of the moment. It was sudden outburst of anger that she'd break a pane or two. She broke all the windows throughout her school. Just imagine going through her own school, breaking windows with a bat, swinging full force at each pane of glass. Another paying no heed to flying shards. Their classmates aghast, unable to move from the sudden turn of events. I wonder where she could have found where the windows lined up in a row. Probably the hallway. Smash, walk, wind up, smash, walk, wind up, smash. It was difficult for me to connect to that horrifying image with Rena smiling at me right now. I just had to imagine it. Impossible. It was unimaginable. That naive way of looking no longer worked. Unpleasant, piercing sound, shredding, crunching noises as Rena trod across broken shards, walking towards me. Rena's classmates going pale as they forget to even breathe. I wonder what they did when Rena came closer, breaking windows along her path. Did they earnestly try to bring her to her senses, saying something? Or did they jump at her, trying to stop her savagery? Or did they run to the staff room after being directed there by the teachers? Probably none of those. In the face of blood-curdling sight of Rena busting window after window, undoubtedly all they could do was silently clear a path for her. Dumbfounded, just clearing a path for Rena to continue. It was far too violent an act for them to seek refuge by looking the other way. It's not to say they were looking the other way. They were doing the only thing they could do to protect themselves. If they had done something differently from the rest, they would have suddenly found themselves Rena's new target. What Rena have done to whoever attracted her attention? The answer is obvious. She would have undoubtedly acted according to her whims, meaning that I would be the next. Rena staring into my eyes showed the glass crunching and crackling underfoot as she drew closer. I was drawn into her eyes and paralyzed. Rena struck me in the bed over and over again, like I was one of those windows. I crashed down on the floor, desperately protecting my head. I didn't care whether it was my head or my back. Zealously, she hits me again and again. And the expression she was making when doing this over and over again appeared up to see. Her expression was so indifferent, it was completely unnerving. It was because no matter how times she struck me, it didn't make a pleasant sound as the other windows. Struck me continuously over and over again. The sound Rena wanted didn't come out. Her classmates standing around didn't try to stop her. They didn't want to be the next window. Somebody saved me, turning a blind eye unless you were hanging out. But of course, everyone in class scrambled to obtain the highest red-choice test scores. They gained nothing from saving a grand school tryhard like me. Initially, there was a faint sound of crackle of a walnut, like something reddish black fire shot out of. Anyway, it wasn't that Rena momentarily lost herself in the anger. Forcing myself to breathe and calm out of my health state, I recalled what Oshi-san told me. In the counselor's medical record, he recorded all the conversations he had with Rena-chan. Shows up quite a bit that. What does she mention? The word Oyashiro-sama. Following that Rena was suspended and had examinations at the hospital, and Rena was undergoing counseling, she said it over and over again. Oyashiro-sama. Since the Oyashiro-sama she spotted was like a ghost appearing in her house every night, standing over her pillow looking down at her. It was only a piece of the conversation, so I still couldn't see the big picture, but it was by no means a happy little conversation. Then what Rena did, she said, was the incident was a result of her being possessed by Oyashiro-sama. Up until now, I didn't want to believe in Oyashiro-sama's curse. That's why I wanted to say the mysterious deaths every year happened because of some sort of conspiracy. Every time I talked with Oyashiro-sama, I was more and more certain that the deaths were the work of men and not of some curse. Except if it were people perpetrating the incident, my friends were somehow deeply connected. If I refused to believe the curse reoccurred, I would have to believe those who acted the kindest to me were deeply involved in these incidents. Why? How? For what reason? Was Rena? Was everybody? It was much more painful, troublesome than accepting it was just Oyashiro-sama's curse. In the aftermath, Rena admitted to her that it was because she was possessed by Oyashiro-sama. I felt a strange relief from that. So that's how it was. It was the second side to Rena. She did that because she was possessed by something strange like Oyashiro-sama. It wasn't Rena's fault. Oyashiro-sama was the one to blame. I knew it. This was all backwards. Refusing to believe the curse, I wanted to be a human perpetrator. Now that my close friends were the ones under suspicion, I changed my beliefs at my own convenience, saying Oyashiro-sama's curse was to blame. Which was the better choice, accepting that Oyashiro-sama's conscience exists, or that Rena and the rest of them were deeply involved in a string of mysterious murders? I didn't want to think about it. I just didn't want to think about it. I'd be able to continue the same as always. I wanted to believe that, but that was no longer possible. I received their message. It was pathetic of me trying to bend the meaning to my own convenience. Regardless of the opponent being a human or a demon, I won't let them kill me. Or if I would just bend over and give in for no good reason at all. Kichi-kun, you've been making a really weird face. Why, I wonder. Kneeling sharply, I heard Rena's voice as I came back to my senses. I realized that we're already at the entrance. Shaking my head a few times to exercise away the terrifying thoughts. No matter how you looked at it, there's no way Rena could have done such terrible things. It was like I was trying to placate myself. Placate. That's placate. What would I say? God damn it! Satoko, what the hell? As I slid the door open, a black butter razor with chalk dropped on my head. The moment I stepped into the classroom, the chalk dust went into my eyes, inducing a brief moment of agony. Oh, how have you been? The traumatic Keiichi-san. Good morning to you both, Keiichi, Rena. Good morning, Satoko-chan, Rika-chan. Not quite the mood for it. I didn't really want Satoko's strat. Satoko braced herself as I passed by, expecting me to attack her. She seemed a bit disappointed as I simply walked by silently. What is this? How discouraging indeed. Keiichi doesn't seem back to his usual self yet. Yeah, take it easy on him for today, Kay. Suddenly there was a slap on my shoulder. I'd heard of it. Hey, Keiichi-kun, did you get enough rest? It was Mion. My mind was full of stuff about Rena. Mion was also a party of interest. Remember, Keiichi, that Hawkeye's gaze from yesterday. Yeah, morning. What's with the energetic greeting? Did you eat the mochi I brought you? 'Cause I ate them unlike this. Those words are itching to be blurted out. Just really didn't have the appetite. I ate a bit. There's quite a lot left over. How about the homework? Do you have an answer for which one was Rena's? I can't believe you forgot your homework, Keiichi-kun. Sheesh. Then we can't help but time for your penalty. Flashed a lurid smile, Mion returned to her seat. There was nothing from the exchanges that caused our classmates to sense anything was amiss, but of course, even listening to her conversation up until this morning, wouldn't see anything suspicious. That's why it was so frightening. They acted in a way that regardless of whatever happened to Keiichi-Maibara, no one would ever suspect them. The fact had me terrified. Soon the teacher came. After she asked how I felt and took attendance, another dull, ordinary day began. Guess we're gonna have to save it here, guys. Keiichi is going psycho, and we can't let him. Yeah. Save. Saving. Alright, I'll see you guys in another video. Hope you're really enjoying Reaper Summer. I love you all very, very much. Make sure to try to do one thing you never thought you'd do this summer. And I love you all very, 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 very much. And this being Yashiroreaper, and I've got to say, bye! Hey everyone, this is Yashiroreaper, and this has been the end of another video. If you'd like to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. Also, if you'd like to donate to my Patreon, that would help me a lot. Also, if you'd like to buy merch, I have a Teespring and Redbubble account right below. Also, this is the summer, Reaper Summer. So I'll have a new video out every day. I hope you all enjoy it. Hashtag Reaper Summer, and I love you. Bye!